Okay, so we are live on both Facebook and Instagram, and we are going to be doing a yoga flow today. So hope you've got your yoga mats and you're ready to join. We'll just give it a couple of seconds. And if you're not able to join, hopefully you can enjoy this workout afterwards at some point later this evening. Okay, so we are going to get going, and yep, we are working on both Facebook and Instagram. So it's doing it. All right. So if you have your yoga mat, hopefully you've got that laid out. The only thing you need today is your yoga mat and maybe a yoga block or something to use if the floor is too far away in some of our postures, which is possible. And the yoga block and any yoga type tool does actually help us do our practices better. They are not they're not to be looked at as tools that we have to use because we can't do it properly. They're actually tools to use so you can do your yoga practice properly. Okay, Lexi, go for your walk. Go on, go for your walk. All right, we got dogs and kids roaming around, so that's how it'll go today. All right, so today we're actually going to start down on our back in Shavasana. So go ahead and come onto your back on your yoga mat. I just want you to kind of take a couple of deep breaths here, kind of find where it feels comfortable so you can kind of lay yourself out. Noticing the legs being a little heavy, if you kind of need to give them a little shake, kind of let them be for a minute. Relax the hips. Relax the upper back. Maybe you need to kind of walk your shoulder blades down your back a little. And just take a couple of deep breaths, not really changing anything, just checking in. And if you don't have a really quiet space today to practice, that's okay. Yoga can be done anywhere. The practice of yoga is actually just being able to just be in the present moment, whatever that is around you. Maybe another deep breath or two in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, just letting everything go. And then starting to work on our Ujjayi breath as we begin to seal the mouth and the lips and just begin to breathe through the nose. Adding a little constriction at the back of the throat on your exhales. Bringing a little sound to the breath. And just setting your intention for your practice today, whatever that is. We are going to be doing about 45 minutes of yoga flow. Just doing a quick check-in. If you notice any areas that need special attention today, just go ahead and be mindful of that. And then we're going to start to draw those legs together. And then let's bring our right knee in towards our chest. You can grab behind the thigh as you draw the knee in. Keep that left leg extended. Again, continuing to find that Ujjayi as we begin to even out the inhales and exhales. let's release that right leg a little bit. Let's grab that right knee lightly in front with the right hand. And we're just going to do some circles with that right knee. We're just going to kind of circle it around in one direction, using that hand if you can to kind of circle, and then in the other direction, circling back. A couple of times, 2 or 3 times each way. And then go ahead and release that leg all the way out. Let's bring that left knee into the chest, grabbing behind that left thigh, interlacing the fingers, and gently drawing the knee into the chest. Being careful not to shrug or hug those shoulders up towards the ears. We just kind of want to do the work with the arms, not the neck or shoulders. Coming back to that Ujjayi breath. And then go ahead and grab the front of the knee with the left hand. Your right arm can go wherever it feels comfortable, on the floor beside you, or perhaps even placing your right hand on top of your right hip. And then go ahead and make circles with your left knee in one direction a few times. Not rushing it. And then the other direction. Just taking your time. And then bringing it back into center, and go ahead and release the legs all the way out. Let's just take a full body stretch as we reach the arms back, reach the toes forward, stretch it out from fingertips to tippy toes, and exhale with a sigh, softening it all out. Good. Let's bring those feet, walk them up on the mat. We're going to settle ourselves down here. We're going to place our arms out on either side of us. We're going to take our knees over top of our hips. We're going to bring those legs together, shins parallel to the ceiling. We're just going to warm up the core a little bit here. Taking an inhale. Let's keep that low back pressed down into the mat. So press that belly button down. And on the exhale, let's drop the knees over to the left. Now we're not dropping them all the way. We're just bringing them over till we feel those abdominals kick in. And then we come all the way back up through center on the inhale. Exhale and drop to the right. Again, draw your belly button in. Press that low back into the floor. As you come up through center, inhale, belly button down, low back down, exhale over to the left. Inhale up through center, exhale and over to the right. Good. One more time. Inhale. Hopefully you're starting to feel the core a little bit here. Exhale as you drop. Don't drop them all the way. Inhale and exhale over to the left. Inhale, come all the way up to center. Exhale and release those feet down. Good. Let's go ahead and grab behind the thighs. And we're going to start to do a little rock and roll as we come up, forward and back, giving the spine a little massage as we rock a few times, 3, 4 times, and then maybe you can come all the way up to sit at the top of your mat. We're going to do a little twist here, so just crossing the legs. We're going to take an inhale up, stretch the arms up overhead, and as we exhale, we're going to twist to the left, bringing our right arm forward, left arm back. Again, inhale tall. Exhale as we do a little twist over, taking a little look over that left shoulder. And then exhale and release. Inhale the arms back up again, reach through the fingertips. And as we exhale, let's switch it up and turn to the right. This time, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, lengthen, draw your belly in. Exhale and twist. Just a gentle twist, don't force it too much. And on your next exhale, release it all the way to front and center. Good, maybe a couple of shrug and shoulder rolls here. And then go ahead and make your way onto all fours. As we come over onto all fours, wrists are underneath the shoulders and knees are underneath the hips. We're going to spread our fingers wide. We're going to try to distribute our weight evenly between the hands and the knees. And on the inhale, we're going to lift our chest up and forward and lift the tailbone to the ceiling. On the exhale, let's round the spine into a cat pose as we draw our belly button in and tuck our chin to our chest. Inhale into what we call cow pose. Exhale into our cat pose. Inhale again. Find your cow, lift the tailbone, lift the collarbones. Exhale and round into your cat. Good. Bring it back into your tabletop. Nice neutral spine. We're going to walk those hands forward. Spread the fingers wide again. And then we're going to find our downward facing dog as we lift the hips and send them back and up. You can go ahead and walk your dog a little bit, pressing one heel down and the other. Maybe holding one heel for a breath or two, and then switch it up and hold the other heel. Just finding what feels good right now as you find your first down dog of the day. And then go ahead on your inhale and come right up onto all 10 toes. Lift those heels as high as you can. And on your next exhale, start to melt those heels back down towards the mat. So heels do not have to touch. Knees are soft. Heels lifted, creating that nice natural arch or curve in your low back as you lift those sit bones up towards the ceiling. Good. Let's take a little warm up here and a little half vinyasa. As we inhale, we're going to come forward into our high plank position. So we can stay here, or we can drop to the knees on our exhale and then lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. Inhale as we peel up into a cobra. We lift the chest, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Use the muscles in the back. Exhale and release. Come on up to all fours on your inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that again. Inhale, ripple forward to your plank. Exhale, and either from the knees or from the toes, lower yourself all the way to the floor. Inhale to your cobra, draw your shoulder blades back and down. Exhale and release. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, ripple forward to your plank pose. Exhale and lower. If you're from the toes, chest, belly, thighs. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale and release. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take another deep breath here. Exhale it through the mouth. And then bend the knees, look forward to the top of the mat, and start to stroll or take two big steps as you step to the top, feet hip distance apart. Inhale up halfway onto your shins. Let's draw the shoulders back and down. Lift the chest forward slightly. Exhale and fold. Inhale, let's rise all the way up as we sweep the arms, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, take a moment here to just find your grounding by lifting the toes off the mat. Spread your big toe from your little toe. Set it back down. Maybe you want to do a little shift from side to side. Feeling the ball of the big toe, the baby toe, the inner and outer heel connect with the mat. Maybe a little shift forward and back with the weight. Again, kind of finding that grounding. And then go ahead, let the arms down, shake everything out. All right, getting ready for sun salutation A. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale and swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway up onto the shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, left leg back. High plank. And then when you're ready, exhale to the floor from the knees or the toes. Come all the way down. Inhale to your cobra. Press into the tops of the feet. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the right leg forward. Step the left leg forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to the top, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep it up. Swan dive forward. Halfway lift onto the shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right leg back to high plank. Inhale, long through the front of the spine. Exhale and lower. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift those sit bones, press them back and up. Keep those knees soft. Keep concentrating on lifting those sit bones. Keep pressing through the hands, all 10 knuckles in contact with the mat. The whole outer circle of the palm connects. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, take an inhale. On your exhale, let's step the left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. You can plant the hands, hop or step back to your high plank. Exhale and lower. Perhaps you only come halfway this time. Shoulders in line with the elbows into chaturanga. And then turn and over into your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Starting to feel a little warmth now in the body. Sun salutations are great for doing that. Just creating circulation and warmth, firing up. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, take an exhale, all the air out, hop or step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale up halfway, exhale and fold. Draw that belly up and in on those folds. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale and hands to heart center. All right, we're going to move into our flow. So just take a moment here, find your grounding again. Set your intention. And when you're ready, inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Good. Just plant the hands, and this time just step back to down dog. Find your downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, take your right leg, sweep it back and up into three-legged dog. Keep pressing evenly through the hands. Reaching that right leg back and up. And on your next exhale, let's take it forward and step the right foot between the hands. Back foot is going to step in slightly. We're going to pivot the heel down. And then we're going to take the toes out to 45 degrees. Let's bend into that front knee, press into the feet as we rise all the way up on our inhale and find warrior one. Now root down through that back foot. Find that baby toe side of that back foot and make sure you really press into that edge so you can get that left hip to focus forward. Reaching up through the fingertips, relax the shoulders back and down. Good, finding your breath. One more big inhale. And on the exhale, let's open to warrior two. Belly to the left edge of your mat as you heel toe that left foot back a little wider and bend into that front knee. So front knee stacks over the ankle. We can see the big toe on the inside of the foot or on the inside of the knee. And we sink in. If we can get that front thigh parallel to the floor, great. If not, don't worry about it. Now notice where the shoulders are. Back them over, stack them over the hips. Reach to the fingertips, relax the shoulders, and fire up the legs. Feel as though you're trying to squeeze or draw those inner thighs, draw the feet together. Good. Moving into extended side angle. Forearm comes down onto the thigh as we sweep that left arm up and over the ear, reaching those fingertips on an angle towards the top of our mat, maybe even spinning that left pinky finger down. See if you can really open and bring those right ribs up towards the ceiling. Lift out of that right shoulder. And then take a look at the top of the foot. Release yourself down. Hands frame the foot at the top of the mat. Find your lunge. And take it through a little vinyasa as you step back to high plank or kneeling plank. Take an inhale, lengthen, exhale and lower, perhaps to chaturanga, and then over into upward facing dog, or find your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press those hips back and up. And take a moment here. You can always come down into child's pose if that feels better here. You pick your options. It's a yogi choice. It's your practice. And then when you're ready, inhale. Let's sweep that left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Keep pressing evenly through the hands. And on your exhale, let's step that left foot forward between the hands. Back foot steps in, heel pivots down. Bend into that front knee. Press into the feet as you inhale up to warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Reach up through those fingertips. Find the outer edge of that back foot. Baby toe side of the foot. That's it. We'll see who's joining us today. Awesome. Hi, Heather. Hi, Pam. Hi, Bev. Hi, Melanie. All right. Hey, Jarrett. Hey, Michelle. All right. From here, we're going to open up on the exhale to warrior 2. So your belly this time is at the right edge of your mat. So turn and open your belly button to the right edge. Sink into that left knee. Little wider on this stance, okay? Let's stack that left knee over the left ankle. Can you see your big toe on the inside of your knee? You should be able to. Arms reach forward and back. Relax the shoulders down. Good. Again, feel as though you're trying to drag your feet together on the mat. Feel those inner thighs. Draw that lower belly up and in. Good. Going into your extended side angle. Forearm comes down to the thigh. Inhale as you sweep that right arm up and over that right ear. Little spin of that right pinky finger down. See if you can really open those left ribs this time, all the way up to the ceiling. Good. Really feel that connection through your back heel, back foot, all the way up to those fingertips. Press out of that left forearm, left shoulder, find some space between the shoulder and the ear. Look to the top of your left foot, and on your exhale, release down into your lunge. Taking it through a little vinyasa, your choice, as you step back to high plank. Take an inhale, lengthen here, hold it for a second. And as you exhale, your choice to lower, little chaturanga perhaps, or you come all the way to the floor. Find your cobra or upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale it out through the mouth. Now, are you connecting through the hands? Are you connecting through the feet? Okay, find your hand and your feet lock. Hasta Bandha and Pada Bandha. Make sure you feel your connection with your mat. All right, adding on. Inhale, let's sweep that right leg back and up. Three-legged dog. We've done this before. Exhale as you step forward, right foot between the hands. Back foot comes in, a foot or two, pivot the heel down, toes out, inhale up to warrior one. Find your warrior one. Again, ground down through that back foot as well. Floor to core, core to floor. Good. 5 breaths here. Now we're going to take a little flow here between warrior one and pyramid. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to go ahead and straighten through the front leg as we hip hinge forward and take those arms back behind us. Good. Inhale, sweep it up into warrior one, bend into that front knee. Exhale into your pyramid. Draw the belly in, inhale up, and exhale forward. Again, inhale, and exhale. Last one, are you pressing down into the feet? Are you finding that foundation? Let's hold that pyramid pose. You can hold it here, reaching the arms back. You can bring the hands to the waist. Or if you have blocks, or you can bring your fingertips down to the floor, you can even step that back foot in just a little. Keep a little bend in that front knee. And see if you can bring that left hip to square forward as you draw your right thigh bone back into your right hip socket. Good. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold over top of that leg. Find your Ujjayi breath. Now our sides are going to feel totally different. One side's going to feel a lot easier than the other, but that's okay. That's what it's supposed to do. Our sides are very different. We just notice that difference. We don't really try to strain or force it. We just work within our scope here. We find our edge. That edge where you're comfortable being uncomfortable. Good. Now let's bend into that right knee. Stack it over the ankle. Inhale up to warrior one. Exhale and open to warrior two. So a little pivot back of that back foot. Make your stance a little wider as you bend into that front knee and stack it over the ankle. Reach through the fingertips. Shoulders over those hips. Draw that lower belly in and up. All right, pubic bone to belly button to heart center. Drop the tailbone. Good. And we're going to add on here from warrior two to reverse warrior. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, let's flip the right palm up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to straighten through the right leg as we reach that right arm up and back, reverse warrior. Good. Exhale into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale into warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and hold. Let's reach up as tall as we can. Think about reaching more than trying to reach back or bend back. Reach up. Feel that length through the right waist. Ground down through the feet. Relax the shoulders. Good. And when you're ready, exhaling it into your extended side angle. So forearm to the thigh. Let's switch and take that top arm all the way over that top ear. Spin that pinky finger down. Press into that right forearm so you lift the shoulder, drop the shoulder. Lift the ear. Again, find your grounding. You should feel solid here. You should be pressing down through the feet. Good. From here, we're going to alternate and flow between our between our extended side angle and triangle pose. Good. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to go ahead and straighten the leg, drop your hand down to the inside of the calf, and reach that left arm up over top into triangle. All right, inhale to extended, exhale to triangle. Inhale to extended, exhale to triangle. One more time, inhale, and let's hold triangle pose. Now you can keep the hand on the inside of the calf or lightly touch the top of the calf with your fingertips. I want you to think about extending that left side of your waist the same as the right. So we're not crunching over here, we're lifting up, creating a nice long torso. And when you're ready, look to the top of the foot, bend into the knee, frame the hands at the top of the mat, around the foot, and taking it through a little flow. So step back, find your version of plank. Take an inhale, lengthen, and on the exhale, lower all the way down or halfway, coming into your cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. Good work. Inhale, sweep the left leg back and up. Exhale as you step it forward between the hands. Back foot steps in, heel pivots down, warrior one. Press into the feet as you come all the way up and reach those arms up along the sides of the ears. Again, find that back foot. Find the grounding. Taking it through our flow here. Inhale, lengthen those arms up. Exhale as we straighten through that left leg. Tip as we hip hinge forward, sweep the arms back into pyramid. Inhale, bend into the front knee, warrior one. Exhale as we straighten the leg, tip forward, pyramid. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, pyramid. I think we have one more to do. Inhale. And exhale, hold your pyramid pose. Those dogs fighting just distracted my count. All right, you can keep the hands here at the waist. Perhaps you have blocks to set your hands on, or maybe even just one block if that's what works for you. You've only got one, you can place that in front of the foot, okay? Bring the floor a little closer to you, all right? So you can really get maximum benefit from this posture. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, you can go ahead and drop and fold over that thigh. Again, working that right hip forward as much as you can. Draw that left femur, the top of the leg. Draw it back in to that left hip socket so you can really feel the hamstring. Good work. And then go ahead and bend into that front knee. Inhale up to warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. This time belly to the long edge on the right side of your mat. Okay? And kind of reverse from you. Just go ahead. You're doing the opposite side this time. Find your warrior two as you bend into that front knee. All right? Again, scissoring those inner thighs as you draw or pretend to drag those feet into the center. Sinking into that front knee, but still find your grounding through that back foot so that you don't create any stress on the inside of that back knee. Good, we're gonna flow here to reverse warrior. So take an inhale, exhale it out. On your next inhale, flip that front palm. Come all the way into your reverse warrior as you straighten out through the front leg, and then exhale into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Two more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse and hold. Reach it up, fingertips reach. Reach down that back leg with that back hand. Find your breath, Ujjayi breath. or any breath you can muster up, inhaling and exhaling. Good, and on your next exhale, let's find that extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh, bend into that front knee. Go ahead and circle that right arm up and over top of the ear. As you find your extended side angle, root down through the feet. Find that back heel, connect it to the floor, and reach it right up to those fingertips. And then when you're ready, we're going to flow here into triangle pose. Take an inhale. On the exhale, let's straighten through that front leg. Drop that hand to the inner calf. Right arm comes up over top of the shoulder. Triangle pose. Again, inhale. And exhale to triangle. Inhale to extended side angle. Exhale to triangle. Inhale, extended. Exhale, triangle. Last one. Inhale to extended. Exhale and hold triangle pose. Reach up with that top hand. Reach down with those fingertips on the bottom hand, or maybe fingertips on the shin. Press those hips to the right edge of the mat. Lean back just a little to the person behind you, not too much. Or pretend there's someone behind you. Good. Look at the top of the foot. And exhale. Release down. Hands frame the foot at the top of the mat. And then taking it through a vinyasa. All right, your choice is you step back to high plank or kneeling plank. Take an inhale. Lengthen. Exhale and lower. Perhaps you only come down halfway. And then you flip over. Find your upward facing dog. Lift the thighs off the floor. Press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale the air out. Let's come down onto the knees and the shins. And then let's just sit it back into child's pose for a moment. So reaching those arms forward, dropping the forehead down to the mat. And if that doesn't work, just stack the hands under the forehead or make fists. Just resting the forehead, relaxing the neck. Taking a couple of breaths here as we reset. Good. Go ahead, reach those hands back out if they're not already. And when you're ready, let's inhale up to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog as we curl the toes under and lift those hips back and up. All right. Let's start to walk those feet forward to the top of the mat. Kind of strolling forward. When we get there, hip distance apart. Inhale up halfway onto your shins. Again, a lot of the times I see people doing this, they're rounding with their back, dropping the head. I want you to stick that butt out a little bit, all right? And then lift the chest, roll the shoulders back so it's a nice, neutral, flat back. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. Palms come together at the top, little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a balance posture here. So just standing at the top of your mat, I want you to take your weight over onto your right foot, okay? From here, I want you to take your left ankle and cross it over the front of that, or the top of that right knee. So we're in a figure four. Hands can stay on the waist or come to heart center as you start to slide the hips back, finding our standing figure four pose. You can stay here, perhaps you cradle the ankle and the knee, keeping the chest lifted, drawing the belly in, and find a little gaze or a point of focus on the floor in front of you. Good. From here, we are going to move into airplane pose. So we're going to begin to come up press the hips. Oops, I fell out of it. It's okay. Press the hips forward. And then uncross the legs and kick that left leg back. Hands go back with you. Palms face down. As we kick the leg back, it doesn't have to go really high. All right, we're just finding airplane pose. So we're pressing into that right foot. We're getting that right leg as straight as we can get it, okay? Maybe a little slight bend in it. We don't want to lock the joints out. Good, and now come all the way up to stand. Okay, give that right leg a little shake. And we're going to switch it over on the other side. So this time, weights in the left foot. Let's go ahead and cross the right ankle on top of that left thigh. And then when you're ready, we start to slide the hips back as we take it into a little squat. You can stay here with hands at heart center, or perhaps cradling the ankle and the knee. Find your Ujjayi breath. Find your center in order to find your balance. Woo. I'm lucky to have this couch to hang on to today. And then when you're ready, slowly coming up, we're going to transition into airplane as we unwind the legs. Kick the right leg back, arms reach back as well, palms down, spread those fingers wide. See if you can straighten out through that left leg a little straighter. Draw the belly in. See if you can even square that right hip down to the mat a little bit. Find your Ujjayi breath. And when you're ready, come to stand slowly at the top of your mat and give that left leg a little shake. All right, feet hip distance apart. Let's inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the top as we vinyasa to the floor. Exhale and swan dive. Inhale up halfway onto the shins. Exhale and fold, draw that belly up and in. Plant the hands. Inhale as you step or hop back to your plank. And as you exhale, lower into your version, chaturanga, or into your cobra from the floor, upward dog from the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let's bring it down onto the shins and the knees. Good. And then we're just going to bring that right knee, let's bring it forward. Right knee comes behind the right wrist. As we go ahead and take a look back at that left leg and start to back that left leg up a little bit. Center it in the center of the body. Back the leg up. We're going to take it into a little bit of a pigeon pose here. So really working on that right outer hip. You can stay here high on your fingerprints. If you have a pillow or a block, you can prop it underneath that right hip to kind of help you there, depending on how tight the hips are. If this feels good, you can come on down onto the forearms. Maybe use a block to bring the forearms down onto. Or if you're feeling really flexible today and this is one of your favorites, and you can really rock this pose, you can bring your chest down to the thigh or down to the calf. Rest your forehead on the mat, reach those arms forward. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then slowly start to walk it back. Planting the hands on the mat. So we're going to curl the back toes under, downward facing dog. All right, same thing on the other side if you like, coming down onto the knees first. Bring that left knee behind the left wrist. Go ahead, take a look at that back leg. Start to center it and back it up. All right, relax the top of that back foot to the floor. Stay here on the hands or the fingertips. Perhaps you put a block underneath that left hip. I want you to keep your hips square. So try not to dump the weight over into that left hip. Try to get the hips squared to the mat. Maybe you can come down onto the forearms, either onto the floor or a block. Or again, if this side allows it, and you can go ahead and reach the arms, walk them forward, release the forehead down. This side is my tighter side, the left side, so that doesn't feel so good for me on that side. I can really hit my edge right here, just with my forearms on the mat. Hey guys, it's okay. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's come back up. Place the hands down. Curl the back toes under and step back downward facing dog. Oh, that down dog always feels good after that pigeon pose. Ooh. All right. Now, your choice to come to seated. If you like, you can hop forward, cross the ankles, or just come down onto the knees and then bring yourself over onto your bum as you bring those legs forward. Thank you, Shadow. All right, let's bring the soles of the feet together. This is one of Shadow's favorite places to lay, is in my lap. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Grab hold around the ankles, take an inhale, straighten the back. And as you exhale, we're going to hip hinge forward. Doesn't have to be a big forward. We're not trying to get the chest to touch the feet. We just want to keep the back nice and straight. Draw the belly in, shoulders relax back and down as we use those outer thighs to draw those legs down. You can even use your forearms a little bit. Good, and then come on up to sitting. Help those knees together. Place the feet down on the mat, hip distance apart. Hands come behind you, fingers face in towards the hips or maybe turned out slightly, and we're going to take it in to our reverse tabletop. So on the inhale, press into the feet and the hands, squeeze the glutes and the back side of the body to lift the hips. Keep the chin into the chest if you like, or if it feels comfortable to drop the head back between the shoulders, go ahead. And then chin to chest, and then release the hips back down. Good. Go ahead, shake the legs out. And work your way down onto your back as you come all the way down. Come on, guys, out of the way. I'm getting lots of love today. So on your back, let's draw the knees in towards the chest. And you can either grab hold around the knees or behind around the backs of the thighs as you just draw the knees in for a moment. Give yourself a little rock and roll from side to side. Oh, does anybody want 2 dogs? They're for sale. All right. I've never had so much love on my yoga mat when I do. I've done a practice before. Oh my goodness. And then we're gonna take that right ankle, cross it over that left thigh. Place the left foot on the floor. So we're in a figure 4 again, a reclining figure 4. Hands go out to either side. And on your exhale, let's just keep the legs the way they are, but drop those legs over to the left side of the room or the left side of the mat. So your left outer leg is going to fall onto the floor and your right foot, but you're still keeping that connection with the ankle on the thigh. All right, see if you can work your right shoulder blade back and down. So a little different twist today. If you like, you can even maybe press a little bit with that right knee towards the top of your mat. So you kind of feel a little bit extra opening in that hip. Maybe you feel that in the right side waist. And then go ahead, unwind the legs, bring yourself back up onto your mat, feet on the mat. Go ahead, cross the left ankle over this time. And then when you're ready, let's drop it over to the right side of the room. All right, so same thing, keeping that connection with the ankle to the top of the thigh. Maybe a little press of that top knee or the left knee towards the front of the mat. Open up that hip a little bit. Work that left shoulder blade back down. And again, sides will feel different. That's okay. And then when you're ready, slowly unwinding those legs, finding yourself back on your mat here, hips on the mat. Good. Let's go ahead again and just bring those knees over top of the hips. Grab lightly on the tops or the fronts of the knees and just start to give a little rock and roll from side to side. Kind of rocking and rolling, massaging the low back. If you'd like to go ahead and do some circles, draw some circles with those knees so you get a nice massage going up through the kidneys and the low back, down into the tailbone and lower sacrum, and then maybe circle it the other way. This is one of my favorite things to do. Feels so good on the back. Oof. Good work. And then go ahead and release the feet down, finding our final posture today, Shavasana. We're going to extend those legs all the way out. And we're going to extend the arms by our sides, palms face up. Maybe you want to go ahead and kind of windshield wiper or shake those legs out a bit. I always find it's a little hard to kind of let those legs go and just let the hips relax, let the feet fall out to the sides of the room. Take a check-in on your shoulders if they feel kind of tight up around your ears. Maybe you kind of need to lift and walk those shoulder blades one at a time down the back a little bit more. Take a little check-in with that curve in the low back. Should feel comfortable, not excessive. It's just a natural curve. Same thing with the cervical spine and the neck. You don't want to flatten out the neck too much by having the chin tucked in towards the chest too much, or even overarching with the chin too far back. We just kind of want to find that neutral position so that the back of the head, center back of the head, is on the mat. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale with a sigh. One more time, inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. Maybe leave those lips parted as you just begin to breathe normally. Seeing if you can just let go a little bit more. Releasing just a little bit more, becoming a little bit more heavy. You have dogs barking at home as well. It's part of your practice today, so we just go with the flow. And begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then taking those hands over top of the face, start to rub those palms together, creating some heat and friction between the palms. And then gently placing those palms over the eyes. Just giving a little relaxation to the eye sockets. And just let those fingers float down the face. And back down onto the mat. Bending the knees, placing the feet on the mat. We're just gently going to roll it over to our right side today. So bringing the knees over, letting the head rest on that right arm, the bottom arm. As you take a moment with the knees tucked up towards the chest, taking a breath or two. And when you feel completely comfortable, use that top hand to gently press it into the floor and start to help yourself up with as little effort as possible. Coming to a seated position, just crossing the legs or whatever feels comfortable for you. Maybe it's one leg out in front of the other. If you're taking lotus pose and you're working on getting that one ankle up in towards that inner thigh, go ahead. Whatever your practice entails today, okay? Whatever feels good. All right, from here, we're just going to take the hands to heart center. We're going to press the hands together lightly, taking any space out between the hands as we lightly touch the thumbs to that heart center. I want you to feel your sit bones as you ground down into the floor with your legs. And from the legs, you lift up through the core, up through the spine, the neck, and up to the crown of the head. Stacking the shoulders over the hips, the ears over the shoulders. And together we're going to take a big breath in. Pause at the top. And exhale out fully. One more time, inhale. And pause, hold the breath in. Exhale it out fully. We're just going to end our practice today with a chant of Om. You can join me at home or just listen in. Closing our practice today with one word, meaning the light in me acknowledges and bows to the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this is something that lightened up your day, made you feel a little bit better, and I really appreciate you joining me today. So thank you so much. And tomorrow is a rest day. I haven't figured out, there might be a surprise workout. I haven't figured that out yet, depending whether or not I'm home in time. But if not, it's a rest day, so go for a nice walk, maybe do some more yoga or just some stretching on your mat, or whatever you feel you want to do. So it's open to you. So we'll see you back here either tomorrow for a surprise workout, if it happens, or on Saturday for sure. So Saturday we do have, I believe it's another boot camp workout, so we'll get the heart pumping and the muscles moving again on Saturday, and we'll go from there. So enjoy your evening. Thank you. Namaste. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Thank you.